Mentoring partner is Scribely. Associate partner is Metapreneur. IT service partner is In Protect Vision, and PR partner is Business Standards. Um, First of all, I would really like to say thank you to everyone for joining us today. You're going to share all the insights for the topic AI-driven diagnostics, revolutionizing healthcare precision. I look forward to hear from you all. Before we go ahead, I would like to introduce everyone. Today we have Vedamurthy Yogeshappa, who is the technical manager. We have Leela Prasad Gorrepati, senior big data engineer. We have Mr. Jerry John, who is business system architect. We have Sudhir Kumar, uh, Sudhir Kumar Logaselli, who is senior engineer. We have Srinivas Rao, who is lead data engineer. We have Lohit Maligo, who is a senior consultant. Uh, yeah. We have Jay Shankar Inukonda, healthcare data specialist. We have Divya Sudeep, who is application architect and analyst. We have Arun Kumar Ramachandran, uh, who is architect. My bad. Yeah, we have Vidya Rajasakhar Reddy, healthcare data engineer, and we have Bhaskara Rao Arapalli, data specialist in healthcare. I welcome you all, and before we go ahead, I would like to give a brief description about what the Business Fame is. I would like to thank Business Fame for organizing this conference. Business Fame is a magazine, and also they give digital platform for business owners, professionals, and industry leaders to feature themselves on um, in the magazine as well as on the digital platform. It is a B2B magazine for uh, different sectors. Business Fame magazine helps you make unique in the market. And thank you so much, Business Fame. Uh, so let's start the questions, and I'm really excited to hear from you all. My first question is just a minute. Yeah, my first question is for Vedamurthy ji. Can you please help us know what are the ethical concerns of using AI in healthcare diagnostics?
Okay, thank you so much, Riya. It's a very good question. Okay, let me uh, start to discuss on the question, okay, and answers. So, AI in healthcare brings numerous ethical concerns that needs careful consideration. I will take about each of them, and I'm going to talk about those ethical concerns. So first concern I have is a privacy concerns. The vast amount of personal medical data required to train AI model raises a concern about the patient privacy. Okay, and especially regarding the data collection, storage, and access control about the personal data about the patient. This is the first concern. Means it's a privacy concern. The second concern is informed consent. Before patient must be fully informed about how AI will be used in their care, including potential risk, benefits to give their consent. The third concern, ethical concern, is bias and fairness. Biased AI can lead to unequal treatment outcomes, where certain groups receive a lower quality of care for or face increase the risk. This can make works existing health disparities rather than migrate them. And the AI model trained predominantly on data from one demographic may not perform well for the patient from the other demographic, resulting in misdiagnosis or inadequate treatments plan. The fourth concern I have is a lack of transparency and accountability. AI algorithm can be a complex and difficult to understand, making it challenging to explain to the patient behind their diagnosis, which can undermine trust in the technology. The next one is safety and reliability. Ensuring that AI system are safe and reliable is paramount, especially when they are used in critical medical decisions or procedures. The next one is impact on healthcare workforce. AI could change the role of healthcare professionals, potentially leading to a job displacement, or they might lose the job also. Uh, the next one is liability issues. So if an AI system is provides an incorrect diagnosis, questions arise about who is liable. The AI developer, the healthcare provides using the AI or both. And the next one is over dependence on AI. Healthcare professionals might become over reliant on AI recommendations, potentially neglecting their own clinical judgments and expertise. The next one is about data quality and integrity. The accuracy of AI diagnosis depends on the quality of the data used to train the models, and inaccurate or incomplete data can lead unreliable results. Yeah, these are the concerns about the AI being used in the healthcare. Thank you. Any questions on this? Any more questions?
Uh, that was amazing, sir. There are a few more questions which I would like to ask you, but let me ask someone else and then I get back to you again. Thank you so
Okay.
much for sharing this. It was truly inspiring. My next question is yeah, my next question is for Leela Prasad ji, which is what are the challenges in integrating AI with existing healthcare systems?
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank you, Business Fame team, for providing this opportunity in this conference and answering all the questions related to AI in healthcare system. Yes. So coming to the question, it's a wonderful question, like where we would need to focus on what exactly the challenges are there in the existing healthcare systems that those possess several challenges and need to be mindful while considering and planning. So the first one would be data interoperability. So this is one of the foremost challenges in ensuring data interoperability among various healthcare systems. Different organizations often utilize distinct electronic healthcare records, typically called as EHR systems, each with its own kind of data formats and coding standards like HL7, FHIR, or DICOM. So lack of standardization can create barriers for AI systems that require comprehensive data sets from multiple sources to function ineffectively. Establishing robust APIs and standard exchange protocols is critical to facilitate seamless communication between disparate systems. So, coming to the next one, which is data quality and availability. So, this is a foremost and highly crucial thing while training any artificial intelligence algorithm. However, healthcare systems or healthcare data could be plagued by issues like fragmentation, duplication, or missing entries. In addition, healthcare or records often contain noise such as typos or outdated information, which can adversely affect the training performance of AI algorithms. So here the goal is organizations must prioritize data cleansing and validation and make them normalized before training the AI algorithm. The next one comes in this list is regulatory compliance. Healthcare sector is governed by stringent regulations like HIPPA in United States, which mandate the protection of patient data and privacy. AI solutions must meet these legal requirements, which can complicate development and integration if not met. So the advice or the advisory in this thing is, um, to get in touch with the regulatory bodies as early as possible, and make them aware or get the approval process um, in the beginning stage or in the early stage. The next one comes is user acceptance and training. To achieve successful integration, it's crucial to gain the trust and in-buy of healthcare professionals. Resistance to change is common, particularly if staff is concerned that AI might replace their roles rather than enhancing their capabilities. A thorough change management strategy that includes comprehensive training, showcasing the benefits of AI solutions, and involving healthcare workers in the implementation process can mitigate resistance and foster a supportive environment. Now, the next one would be cost and resource allocation. Uh, yes, financial burden of integrating AI technology can be significant, particularly for smaller healthcare organizations. Investment is often a need for purchasing AI tools, or for upgrading existing infrastructure, ongoing maintenance, or training the personnel. Additionally, healthcare organizations must weigh the potential return on investment for AI initiatives against those costs, necessitating careful financial planning and resource allocation. The other one is integration with existing workflows. AI solutions must be designed to be user friendly and align with existing clinical workflows to avoid disrupting patient care. This requires comprehensive understanding of healthcare process and effective user interface design that supports rather than hinders the clinical staff workflows. Engaging end users during design phase can lead to solutions to enhance workflows efficiently and user satisfaction. By addressing these challenges through collaboration among healthcare professionals, tech, technologists, and policymakers, the integration of AI into healthcare systems could greatly be improved, ultimately leading to enhanced patient outcomes and operational efficiencies. And this is all about this. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer.
Thank you so much. That was quite insightful, sir. My
Thank
next question is for Sudhir Kumarji. How can AI-driven diagnostics improve access for healthcare, especially in rural areas?
I'm
Sir,
talking
you're
on.
on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Ria, for inviting. And yeah, thank you. This is Sudhir. And thanks for the question. Yeah. So, how can AI-driven diagnostics improve access to healthcare in rural areas? Right. See, in many rural areas worldwide, access to quality healthcare remains a significant challenge because of due to limited resources, shortage of specialists, and geographical barriers, often result in delayed diagnosis and inadequate treatment. However, AI-driven diagnostics are emerging as a powerful tool to bridge this healthcare gap. Today, I'll discuss how AI can revolutionize healthcare access in rural settings. First is enhanced screening and early detection. AI transforming disease screening in rural areas. Rural areas. Imagine a small clinic in a remote village using AI algorithm to analyze chest X-rays for tuberculosis, or a mobile app that can detect skin cancer from a photo. These AI-powered tools allow for early detection of diseases without the need for on-site specialists. For instance, right, in India, an AI system is already being used to screen for diabetic retinopathy in rural areas, potentially saving the sight of thousands of people, right? And again, right, another thing is empowering how we can empower local healthcare workers. AI is also empowering local healthcare workers to provide better care. Clinical decision support systems powered by AI can guide nurses and community healthcare workers through patient assessment, suggesting potential diagnosis and treatment plans. This means a nurse in rural clinic can handle a wider range of cases more confidently. For example, in Rwanda, AI-powered mobile apps are helping community health workers conduct preliminary diagnosis and determine when to refer patients to hospitals. Next comes is like telemedicine enhancements and predictive analytics. AI is enhancing telemedicine services crucial for connecting rural patients with urban specialists. AI can optimize these consultations by routing cases to appropriate specialists and conducting initial assessment. Moreover, AI's predictive capabilities are game changing. By analyzing population health data, AI can predict disease outbreaks and identify high risk individuals, allowing for proactively interventions. This means we can prevent health crises before even they occur. Next, like resource optimization. In resource constrained rural settings, right? AI can optimize the use of limited healthcare resources. AI-driven systems can manage medical supplies, equipment, and personnel more efficiently across rural healthcare networks. AI helps healthcare providers allocate resources more effectively by predicting demand for different services. This could mean the difference between having life-saving medications available when needed or facial critical shortages. While challenges remain in implementing AI-driven diagnostics in rural areas, including infrastructure limitations and the need for training, the potential impact is enormous. By empowering local healthcare workers, enhancing telemedicine, and optimizing resource use, AI can significantly expand access to quality healthcare in undeserved areas. As we continue to develop and deploy these technologies, we move closer to bridging the urban-rural healthcare divide, ensuring that quality healthcare is not a privilege of location, but it is right for everyone, right for all. Thank you.
The last, I mean, I agree with everything which you said, but especially the privilege thing which you said, it really hit me hard. That was amazing, sir. My next, I mean, in addition to this, I would like to ask you, are there any regulatory hurdles when it comes to AI tools?
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, see, as AI-powered diagnostic tools revolutionize, sorry, healthcare, they also present unprecedented challenges to regulatory bodies across the world. These innovative challenges, while promising improved patient care and efficiency, but raise complex questions about safety, effectiveness, and ethical implementation. Today, I'll discuss key regulatory hurdles facing AI-powered diagnostic tools and why addressing these challenges is crucial for the future of healthcare. So the first regulatory hurdle is regulatory framework challenges, right? First and foremost, our existing regulatory frameworks are struggling to keep up with the AI technology. Traditional models designed for static medical devices are ill-equipped to handle this dynamic nature of AI. For instance, how do we regulate a system that continuously learns and adapts? The FDA and other regulations are grappling with this question, exploring concepts like predetermined change control plans to allow for controlled AI evolution. This balance between innovation and regulation is delicate and crucial. Next regulatory hurdle is like safety and effectiveness concern, right? Ensuring patient safety and clinical effectiveness is paramount yet uniquely challenging with AI. The black box nature of many AI algorithms makes it difficult to understand how decisions are made. Regulators must find ways to ensure transparency and explainability in AI systems. Moreover, they need to establish new methods for clinical validations of AI tools that can adapt over time. This requires a fundamental shift in how we approach in medical device testing and approval. And next comes is another major regulatory hurdle, which is data privacy and ethical considerations, right? Yes, voracious appetite for data raises significant privacy and ethical concerns. Regulators must address how patient data is collected, used, and protected in AI's training and operation. This includes ensuring informed consent, data anonymization, and protection against bias. For example, as Veda mentioned, right, this is also very, very important. For example, the European Union GDPR has set stringent standards for data protection, but applying these to AI in healthcare presents new challenges. balancing data access for innovation with patient privacy rights is a key regulatory hurdle. And final hurdles among the hurdles like global standardization and cross-border issues. The global nature of AI development adds another layer of complexity. Different countries have various approaches to AI regulation, which can hinder innovation and market access. For instance, AI tool approved in one country may not meet the regulatory standards of another. This calls for international cooperation to develop aligned regulatory practices. Organizations like WHO are working towards global governance framework for AI in healthcare, but progress is slow and complex. In conclusion, regulatory hurdles for AI-powered diagnostic tools are very significant but not insurmountable. They require a delicate balance between fostering innovation and ensuring patient safety. As we navigate these challenges, collaboration between regulators, healthcare providers, AI developers, and ethicists is crucial. By addressing these hurdles thoughtfully, we can harness the power of potential of AI in healthcare while maintaining the highest standards of safety and ethical practice. The future of healthcare depends on our ability to innovate responsibly.
Rightly said, sir. I absolutely agree with you. I think especially the privacy thing, right?
Yes.
With this, my last question for you today is we talked about ethics, we talked about regulatory hurdles, but when it comes to healthcare professionals, so how can they adapt with AI-driven tools?
Yeah, that's absolutely
So,
phenomenal.
so sorry, sir, to interrupt. So, are there any specific trainings for them, or is there any maybe certification, or they need any coach or trainer? So, can you just explain us in brief about this?
Yeah, absolutely right. And again, Ria, thanks for giving me an opportunity now because I know I have a conflict. That is the reason. Thanks a lot for taking into consideration because I feel not good keeping my other colleagues wait. But again, right, let me. So that's a phenomenal question, right? As a AI-driven diagnostic technology is rapidly transforming healthcare, medical professionals face the challenge of adapting to these revolutionary tools. While AI promises enhanced accuracy and efficiency in diagnostics, it also requires significant shift in how healthcare providers work. Today, I'll discuss key strategies for healthcare professionals to effectively integrate AI into their practice, ensuring they remain at the forefront of patient care in this new technological landscape. First and foremost is continuous education and training. Healthcare professionals must commit to continuous education and training. AI technologies are evolving rapidly, and staying update is crucial. This means attending workshops, participating in online courses, and engaging with the latest research on AI healthcare. For instance, radiologists are now learning to work alongside AI tools that can detect anomalies in medical images. By understanding how these AI systems work, doctors can better interpret and validate AI-generated insights, enhancing their diagnostic capabilities. Developing AI literacy and critical thinking is another thing where developing AI literacy is essential. Healthcare professionals need to understand the basics of how AI algorithms work, what are their limitations, and potential biases. This knowledge allows them to critically evaluate AI-generated recommendations and maintain their clinical judgment. For example, a study showed that AI model for COVID-19 detection achieved high accuracy, but doctors who understood the AI's limitation could better contextualize its results with other clinical factors. And another thing, right? The third one is embracing a collaborative approach. Healthcare professionals should view AI as a collaborative tool rather than a replacement. This is very, very important, right? This mindset shift is crucial for successful adaptation. By seeing AI as an assistant that augment their skills, doctors can focus on tasks that require human expertise, such as complex decision making and patient communication. In practice, this might mean using AI for initial screening or data analysis, while healthcare professionals focus on interpreting results and developing treatment plans. Ethical considerations and patient communication is another important thing where adapting to AI also means navigating new ethical consideration. Healthcare professionals must be prepared to address patient concerns about AI in diagnostics, ensuring transparency and maintaining trust. This involves clearly explaining how AI is used in their diagnosis or treatment, its benefits, and its limitations. Additionally, professionals should be advocates for responsible AI use, participating in discussions about data privacy, consent, and ethical implications of AI in healthcare. In conclusion, adapting to AI-driven diagnostic technologies requires a proactive approach from healthcare professionals by continuously educating themselves, developing AI literacy, embracing collaboration with AI tools, and addressing ethical consideration. Healthcare providers can successfully integrate AI into their practice. This adaptation is not only enhance their capabilities but also ensure that they continue to provide the highest quality of care in an increasing technology-driven healthcare landscape. The future of healthcare lies in the synergy between human expertise and AI capabilities.
Thank you so much, sir, for shedding in light on this topic. I really enjoyed listening. I hope everyone enjoyed listening to you, and it was quite knowledgeable. And I think with continuous evolution of AI, it is necessary to continuously learn about it as well. So that's why trainings are absolutely mandatory, and especially in the healthcare sector,
Yep.
if the workforce is not trained efficiently, then of course the productivity would not be very good. So thank you, sir. Before you leave the meeting, I would love to take a picture of everyone. So 3, 2, 1, smile, please. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my next question is for Jarijan sir. Hello, sir. My question to you is, how is AI improving uh, um, how is AI improving diagnostic accuracy in healthcare? Because I think accuracy is the highlighted word in healthcare. Yeah.
Exactly. First of all, it's a great question. And before I answer that, thank you for having this opportunity, having a close collaboration and conversation with other colleagues who are in this industry leading the AI revolution. So thank you. I thank Business Fame for having this platform available for people to come and talk and share their ideas. Now, going ahead with your question, how AI improving the diagnostic accuracy in healthcare. So, in other words, I would like to answer this like, what does it mean by accuracy? Accuracy means having no error or minimizing error, then enhancing the data, and then making the decisions based on that most accurate data. So that drives the healthcare to a different direction rather than you make decision based on either incorrect data or half data. So let's see how can that possible? How can that improving the accuracy of diagnosis can be possible? So as I mentioned, the first and foremost item is to reduce the human error or the error being introduced either coding or transitioning or analyzing or making inputs. So it is being considered like from an industry wide, all these diagnostic errors are causing up to 50 percentage, 15 percentage due to manual errors being introduced while a human being processing that information. That's where AI can do its magic at first. A algorithm. So once it is trained with the right information, once it has that right capability towards identifying and then rectifying these human errors, that will significantly reduce the human errors. So our my colleagues and my co-panelist mentioned about training the resources, training the people, the technicians with this right tool so that they can produce the most accurate result. It's not like replace them and completely deploy an AI based algorithm, rather, empower these associates or empower these technicians with the right tool, right information, right training so that the human error can be reduced or minimized and that can be produce a high accuracy results. Now, enhancing data. Okay. So AI can process large volume, right? The petabytes or the bytes of volume in no time. Okay, that's the power capability of the technology advancements which are happening across the world, right? The supercomputers or super chips who can process trillions of data and the historical data in a first manner. So AI can process and analyze vast amount of medical data, especially the historical information that allows for identifying the patterns, the anomaly detections, and then which might not be possible for either a human, an individual, or might not be possible for a group of human, right? That's where again helping or equipping our system, our the whole decision making system or the analysis system and the diagnosis system with this AI capability can revolutionize the way we drive results or the way we drive accuracy. And now with all the technology and advancements happening across the world, the way data is being increasing is phenomenal, or in other words, it is exponential. Every this is what being said in industry leading magazines and industry leading articles. In every 6 months, the volume of data is getting doubled. For example, just to throw an example, all of our smartwatch which we wearing, every minute that smartwatch collect a bunch of information like our vitals, what's the temperature, what's the heart rate, what's our walking and steps, how many steps. So that one device itself taking such amount of huge volume of data. Now think about all the machines which are being available in a hospital who is collecting all the medical records of a patient at a certain period of time. So all that EMR medical records, the lab results, the medications, the subscription, the notes, the hospital notes, and then another key aspect is the voice detection, the NLP, the natural language processing, the voice detection. So the way we talk in a doctor office, we the concerns we have, the pain we have, all of our problems, the listening app which is available in the doctor office like the Alexa kind of device that can easily take the notes and can understand the person's sentiment. Okay, is he happy about the treatment or is he confident? So those kind of sentiment analysis can be done. So think about the exponential growth of data and the data sources which are happening, and then a comprehensive view of this. Okay, we don't want to have an isolated view. A comprehensive view of this whole data processed by the capability of AI can drive accuracy to a next level. And the fourth bucket or fourth category which I can allude is real-time decision support, right? And it's being said, when you are into the urgent care or emergency care, the time is a critical fact, right? You cannot wait. You cannot wait in that emergency situation where people think or your care team think about, oh, what is this person condition, whatsoever. The decisions need to be made quickly and with an accurate system. So if I have a very powerful trained AI model, which can support the care team to make a decision based on the most latest information associated to that person, that will that will have a very positive impact in the care journey, because the faster you react to a situation, the quicker recovery is. The longer you wait in terms of any hemorrhage, internal hemorrhage or like kind of coma situation, it will lead that patient to a very difficult situation. The more you wait, the quick you act or react to that situation, that emergency atrocity situation, the quicker you can have recovery. That's where the real-time decision-making support system, which is collecting the data from all the other devices or the ones which I was talking about and my co-panelists were talking about, can process that data and then make a very strong clear decision which can support the care team towards defining his care journey, towards defining his the chart chasing, what's a medication need to have, what's the immediate procedure need to be done. So those kind of decisions can be made very quickly, which will leave a better healthcare experience to that patient and his family. Rather than paying millions towards his care, he can be stay in the hospital for less days and his recovery and back to home be very quicker. And then another capability which we all know and you all alluding to that is the continuous learning, the data self-healing and the self-learning model. So every day, this application, the LLM models are being trained with the data which are being collected across the globe. So that will lead to a very high efficiency, high accuracy decision-making system. And overall, if you consider these kind of different approaches which we take, the holistic approach which we'll take, that will lead to a high accuracy towards decision making and towards the diagnosis of a situation. I
Thank you
hope
so
that
much,
that
sir.
that
Yeah,
clarifies.
that
Yeah.
was amazing. That was amazing. You broke it into small, tiny, layman language, and you have explained it, which was really amazing. My next question is for Srinivas ji. I'm sorry. Yeah. So as we know that every technology has its own advantages and disadvantages, can you throw light on the limitations of AI, especially in healthcare for decision making? Sir, you're on mute.
Yeah, hi Ria. Yeah,
Yeah.
first of all, before addressing this question, right, I would like to thank for giving an opportunity to talk such a with a nice panel collaboration. So, and it's I feel that it's a good discussion. Like we are exchanging our thoughts and experiences over here, and moreover, like in the current market right now, it's one of the emerging technology which is taking a very revolutionary in healthcare industry, which changes lives, so many lives in the current market. So coming to that, the question is very good, and yeah, it has its own challenges. Basically, you need to say like the question, if I understand correctly. So, what are the challenges with integrating AI in healthcare industry, right? So the AI has it's a first of
Limitations. Yeah.
limitation. Okay. So limitations. Yeah, it has its own. First of all, we need to understand, as few colleagues said, right? It's not a replacement to that our right now that human uh, what you call so uh, doctors or maybe the nurses, whoever is treating right now, right? It's not a complete replacement. It's a collaboration. It's a tool. So we are giving to accelerate and give a more accuracy treatment. Okay. So and coming to that AI, right? So AI runs on the purely technology. It has its own limitations. Basically, when it comes to the completely in a healthcare industry, right? So it, there are multiple factors it defines. So one is a lack of contextual understanding, right? The AI runs on that purely data driven, basically. So if data is available, everything, so it can run based on the accuracy is purely depends upon the history of the data, what is it is available for the system. So if we don't have enough data, so it cannot give a certain fully 100% results accuracy. So it's pure, it has its own limitation in terms of data availability. So, and it comes to that complexity of medical condition, especially. So there are cases like which may not be dependent on that on based on the historic of data. Basically, in a healthcare industry, the person's health is depends upon several factors. It's like a is personal like health life cycle, social elements, emotions. Okay, so again, it's a since these are several factors, okay, it has a limitations. A has its own limitations. And coming to the complexity of medical conditions. So a person many medical conditions are highly complex and involves multiple organ systems, right? So, and interdependencies that are difficult for AI to fully model. AI may struggle to address multi-phased conditions or cases that are deviate from typical patterns, limiting its effectiveness in complex cases, basically. So, and coming to that, another limitation is interpretability and transparency. So, many AI models, particularly deep learning models, are black boxes, basically, meaning it is difficult for healthcare providers to understand how a specific recommendation was made. The lack of transparency can erode trust and makes it challenging for doctors to interpret and validate AI-driven decisions. So basically, it's they do not have like a what's going on behind the scene. So it has their own concerns basically and limitations in that space. Then the other foremost important point is like unpredictability in our system. An example is exactly like we've been faced with the challenge like since we said like AI system is purely runs on the historic data, what was learned, what was trained for the model. So let's take an example like we have a COVID-19 situation like in a few years back. So that was a new so what do you call a disease basically. We don't have any past data history related to that disease. So virus, right? So in that case, it's a challenging. AI is will not be able to drive through that and learn and give accuracy, even if produces results also. So there is no 100% like a accuracy trustworthy because it doesn't have any like historic data where the model had learned it. So in that case, especially there is an unpredictability where the healthcare professionals guidance are needed in person and in collaborate with the tools outcome what they've been given. So that's one of the important point. There are cases like where it has to be we cannot AI cannot take 100% control. And the other aspect is so we all talk about like even few colleagues has brought up. It's more important point is ethical and legal implications. Since AI is a tool like an algorithm based on the modeling, so it reads an history data, produces outcomes. Okay, so we know that it's most of the cases it provides an accuracy 99 to 99%. But what if it could be there are certain critical cases? So even by handling with a human like a doctors and nurses, right? There are cases like where well, could be like a fallback, like a 1%, 2%. We try our best, like, but we will not be able to get back. So if it happens by using a AI model, okay. So who is going to be the responsible? Whom to make a responsible on those cases? Okay, what is the implications on those especially cases in terms of ethically and legally? How are we going to address it? And currently, it is there's been a very challenging. Basically, it has a limitation in that space as well, and moreover, it needs an human expertise and judgment along with this. Though we use AI, so as I said, basically the reason we need is certain aspects of medicine, such as interesting, subtle clinical cues, understanding patient preferences, or navigating emotional aspects require human empathy and insight. AI lacks these qualities and cannot replace the doctor-patient relationship, which is central to personalized medical care. That's one of the more aspect we need to remember. As I said, it's not going to replace completely the doctors or clinical providers right now what it's been. It's an additional weapon tool which can bring more accuracy, which can accelerate the treatments by using this integrating AI technology. That has to be pretty clear from everyone's point of view. And Another aspect is challenges in integration and interoperability. Integration AI systems into existing healthcare infrastructure can be difficult. So an example is electronic health record systems vary widely. The AI tools must be interoperable with these systems. Additionally, this data is like a very dynamically produces day by day, like a minute by minute. It's a huge data and
Sir,
incorporating
can you
live.
please keep it a bit crisp? I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you
Yep.
keep it a bit crisp?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. So these are the limitations in this industry. We have it when using AI, integrating AI. So then people has to be keep in mind. So AI has it limitations, though it is going to be benefited a lot and making emerging in this industry, accelerating that healthcare services.
Yeah.
So that said, yeah, thank you. Please feel free
Thank
to.
you so much, sir. Yeah. My next question is for Lohit, sir. Sir, can you explain us how are regulatory bodies addressing the use of AI in healthcare diagnostics?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ajay and Ria, for giving me an opportunity on this. I'm not that expert in artificial intelligence. Like, I just started working on this, though I work for a healthcare pharma company, but I would like to give my experiences. So, artificial intelligence, like every day, the moment you get up, like everybody starts talking about artificial intelligence from small kid to old grandma. So it is becoming like a big part of our lives, even in healthcare. It's helping doctors diagnose the diseases faster and more accurately. But when it comes to healthcare, ensuring the safety is on top priority. So, how are the organizations that create and enforce the rules and regulatory bodies making sure that AI is used safely in diagnosing the illness? So, regulatory bodies like FDA in the US are making guidelines for how artificial intelligence tools should be tested. So these rules ensures the tools works well and reliable, and they'll also make sure that the patients are not at the risk. Secondly, they also want to they want to know how AI make decisions. AI is nothing but it's a small like a black box. Like everybody know about this Alexa. The moment you ask some questions, immediately it gives an answer. But nobody knows like how the funda or how the program works at the back end. So the regulators are asking the companies to make AI more transparent so that doctors and patients can trust its results. Thirdly, they are requiring continuous monitoring because artificial intelligence doesn't stay the same. It learns and evolves over time. The regulators ensures these changes are safe by requiring regular testing and updates. Finally, they're encouraging the collaborations. So the doctors, AI developers, and the regulatory bodies are working together to create tools that are not only effective but also safe and ethical. So, in simple terms, I would like to say that they are making sure that artificial intelligence helps doctors while keeping patients safe by testing and working together. That building trust in artificial intelligence in healthcare. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you so much, sir. With this, I would like to ask you, can you shed some light on the trainings required for the healthcare professionals in the
Yeah.
workforce when it comes to AI and healthcare?
Yeah, definitely. And like as everybody know that like we are in a IT industry or any industry, irrespective of the industries, like we need to enhance ourselves. So it's the same to the doctors or any patient. Sorry, not the patient. I mean, like anyone who's working in a pharma or a healthcare department, they need to enhance their skills. So AI is changing the way the healthcare works. It's helping doctors to diagnose diseases faster, spot the problems earlier, and provide the better care. But the AI tools to be used effectively, the doctor should know like how to use it. The healthcare professionals need proper training. So we'll just talk about the few points, the few areas where training is needed in simple terms. So the learning of the basics of AI. The first step is to understand like what AI is and how it works. So healthcare professionals don't need not become a programmers, but they need to know how the AI analyzes data. For example, we need not know like how the car works, but at least we need to know like the basic stuff. Like in case if the car gets stopped somewhere, like what are the basic few checks we need to do. So similarly, the doctors also needs to know like how to analyze the data and what it can do and what are the limitations. So this knowledge helps them to trust the AI while also knowing where to be cautious. Using AI tools in practices, just like doctors learn the new medical equipment, they also need hands-on trainings to use the AI tools. So this includes the learning how to input the data correctly so that they interpret AI results and integrate them into their workflow. The goal is to make AI an helpful assistant, but not as a burden. So what are the limitations of AI? So AI is a powerful tool, but it's not perfect. Training should teach healthcare professionals to recognize when AI might make mistakes or when additional tests are required and expert opinions are needed. For example, if AI suggests a diagnosis, the doctor still need to verify it, whether, okay, is it true or something wrong. So focusing on patient safety is the top priority in healthcare. Training ensures the doctors double check the AI result, so there are no error slips, though it also helps them explain AI's role to the patients, building trust and the confidence in the process. Continuous learning, they need to go under workshops, online courses or trainings, or in-house trainings. So these are the few trainings which they have to undergo on a mandatory basis in case if they are trying to adopt the AI software in their environment.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much, sir, for uh, putting light on training because that is the important part
Yeah,
in any industry.
true.
Without training, of course, we cannot move ahead. My question to Jerry John, sir. Sir, you talked about accuracy, right? And that was related to AI. Now, I would like to move to ML, machine learning. And can you talk about what role does machine learning play, especially when it's about medical images?
Yeah, true. So the images when we talk about so imaging or interpreting the image in the right way at the right time leads or helps doctors to identify a condition, especially in terms of growth, cancers, or those kind of situations. So let's classify that into like X-rays, MRIs, and CT. So those are the three like imaging services which we normally use to analyze and diagnose our healthcare conditions. So the moment there need to be a large amount of data being produced, and based on that large amount of data which is available to us, we can use that for pattern recognition, right? And the more accurate the machine learning ML, which can able to process this large set of data and then analyze the anomaly, like which is the number one uh, change which can happen or revolution which can happen in healthcare by leveraging this ML capability, machine learning capabilities towards a pattern recognition. This capability is crucial, especially in radiology, where certain conditions may persist similarly across patients. Okay, that very slight, which maybe can be easily overlooked by a technician, can be easily understand or can capture or can detect by the ML, right? So if a human is analyzing that image, he may overlook that because it's a very slight, minute kind of growth or a change or a pattern. Second one is reduction in interpreting the image. So I could easily remember 7 years ago when I was having a condition, um, the CT results took in one day. I had the scanning and then the CT came, the results came or the diagnosis came next day, which means the technician spend enough time to process that image and then produce the results. Now think about, I think I think this panel unanimously agrees that we don't want to replace the technicians or the radiologists or the clinicians or the providers or your care team with AI. We want to empower them with the capability of AI. We don't want to replace them with AI. Rather, we want to empower them with the capability. So now think about the same person who took a day to process my image and produce a diagnosis results out of that. If he is empowered with a very solid AI powered technology or AI powered um, machine learning powered application, which can read through this image, my image, and produce the diagnosis code for me, right? And the technician, the person who is well experienced, well knowledgeable, and well had enough of like a previous history of analyzing and processing and writing conditions, he can check and then confirm, yes, this meets, okay, this is exactly same as how I would write if I was the person who need to write. That reduces the interpretation time or the processing time, and that leads to the same point which I was talking about. The faster you get results, the faster you care someone, the quicker will be recovery rather than waiting days or weeks to get that answers. Now, the third bucket where we can leverage machine learning tool is the accuracy of assessment. Right, is again the same radiologist in the initial assessment by providing a secondary view, potentially leading to more accurate interpretations and decreased misdiagnosis rates. Now, think about others other way where the person who generates a diagnosis and the AI machine trying to assess that. Okay, the reduction of human error, which we are talking in the previous explanation. So if there is any something which is being missed or very minute condition which might have all looked by the person, is now there is a second hand or another set of eyes who is actually reviewing that and capturing or rectifying that miss or error. So that will lead to the highest rate of accuracy. And then supporting the radiologist, which again alluding to the same point. So rather than one person or a care team reading through or scanning through these images, if the technology can help him or empower him towards writing or proofreading or making it more accurate, that will lead to better results or high accuracy results. And that's where I think the machine learning algorithms can help towards driving a high accuracy in the diagnosis environment for the image services.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for sharing this. My last question to you, Jason, sir, is so we are talking about ML AI, but how can AI help us in predicting the patient's outcome, especially when we want the treatment to be successful?
Exactly. So the predictive models, again, another capability of the machine learning or ML, where it can predict whether that if a care team is proceeding with a pattern for next 5 days, like a set of lab results, set of procedures, and a care journey, that can easily predict whether that person can be discharged from the hospital next 2 or 3 days, or that patient will cause or end up in a readmission situation. So this readmission situation, which means that once a patient is being discharged from hospital and get readmitted to the hospital within 2 or 3 days, is a number one measure in the Medicare system for stars. So which means the pair healthcare systems and the hospitals, the care team, everyone is in a very cautious about discharging someone who is not being cured well, which may end up in the readmission, and that will lead to reduced stars rating, and that will lead to like the plan to go get the paid less. So the predictive models can play a crucial role towards driving the outcome, the positive outcome. So the number one category which we can talk is the data-driven insights. Okay, the data points which I was talking about, the collecting the data from across all different systems like the lab, the patient record, all the history of the claims which are being submitted, the medications he's having for from last couple of years, and that that insightful data and generating an AI-based insight out of that data, it can easily understand the trend. It can easily predict the outcome. Healthcare providers can make better informed decisions about the treatment plan using this predictive pattern. And then healthcare organizations can develop predictive models, right? We all work in healthcare where we have the predictive models towards the same thing, like how a treatment will be success or whether the patient is ending up in a readmission situation, things like that. So that the more successful that predictive model, the more trained that to produce accurate result, you are saving people, right? Because now you have a very strong predictive algorithm which will predict the results of a care team in a high with a high accuracy. So we can leverage that to see if I'm going through the right care path. Monitoring. So once we have these kind of like equipments, now post COVID, I think someone was talking about the COVID, how COVID is revolutionized the $4 trillion healthcare industry in US or across the globe. Now people are suggesting, okay, I don't want to go to doctor office, I don't want to go to hospitals. It's more like a I can use telemedicine, which I can consult with my doctor in my own room, my own living room, with my computer and with my camera, and doctor can have I can have direct conversation with him. So this kind of enhancement in terms of monitoring, and then we have all the devices, the smart devices which collects all of the vital records from our body and continuously being transmitting that to the doctor office via APIs and other services, which can help have a monitoring, very enhanced monitoring application rather than you stay at the hospital. And with the power of the predictive model, it can identify if some condition, if my temperature is increasing or my heart rate is going down or up, it can easily predict a situation for that and then send alert to me. It can send alert to my care team towards that condition. And then personalized generating a personalized treatment. So when I say personalized treatments, it doesn't like a belongs to diagnosis or demographics or like a age or gender. It's not that level. It's very personalized, like it can go and read up to your genes, your chromosomes based on your blood analysis, and then generate a treatment plan very specific to you. The precision medicine, in other words, which is another buzzword or the another revolution happening in the healthcare industry, being very precise medicine, the labs and the results being produced for you rather than one size fits for everyone, right? Amitabh Bachchan, who is 6 feet to six and 2 feet high, doesn't need to get the same medication as me or another person who is might not be that tall or having a complete gene pattern. So analyzing your exact gene pattern and then predicting or giving a very precise medicine for your body is very accurate. And then finally, the informed decision making, which is again another key factor towards the predictive model. So the the AI can make that decision based on the information being uh, feed in and based on the training being done, which can help the care team towards drive a decision making, a very informed decision making. If I get admitted to a hospital, I don't want somebody to make a decision who without knowing anything about me. I want that person to be informed about everything which I did for last 3 years, all of my previous claims, my medicines which I am taking on a day-to-day basis, my health condition, my situation, my family background, my my history, my health history for me and my parent. So those kind of information, and if we can make a decision, informed decision based out of that historical data, it will be more accurate towards driving a more successful care plan rather than, as I said, one size fits for everyone kind of care plan path. That's where it can make a humongous revolution in terms of the predictive model towards patient outcome and making people more happy and being more healthy.
Thank you so much, sir. That was quite insightful. Thank you. My next question is for Vedamurthy ji. Uh, yes. So recently I read somewhere that AI is also uh, helping the workforce, especially in early detection of the disease. And in one of the podcasts, I saw that it can help detect cancer 5 years before it is detected right now. So can you shed some light on this topic? Sir, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Thank you, Ria, asking one more very interesting questions. Here, AI is playing a vital role in the early detection of diseases, especially in areas like oncology, cardiology, and neurology. It enhances early detection by leveraging advanced algorithms to analyze large volumes of data quickly and accurately, often identify the pattern that might be missed by human doctors. Some ways AI is enhancing early disease detection, for example, medical imaging and radiology. Already some of my panelists talked about this one. Let me briefly talk once again about the same point. AI system is particularly those using a deep learning are being used to analyze medical images. Examples are X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans to identify early signs of diseases. For example, cancer detection. AI can detect a precise changes in a tissue that may indicate a cancer, such as in a breast cancer, we'll analyze mammograms. In lung cancer, CT scans, or skin cancers via dermoscopy images. Another example is the cardiovascular diseases. A AI algorithm can analyze the images of the heart and blood vessels to detect signs of condition like heart failures, coronary artery diseases before symptoms. The next one is predictive analytics and risk assessment. AI system is trying to analyze the patterns of 3 to 5 of healthcare historical data, such as it may be a institution claim, professional claims, clinical data, pharmacy data, which help to predict an individual risk of developing the certain diseases. The next one is early detection of infections. AI can improve the speed and accuracy of diagnosing infection diseases. For instance, COVID-19 detections. During the COVID-19 pandemic, AI was used to analyze the chest X-rays, CT scans, and other diagnostic to detect COVID-19 its early stages. Sometimes even symptoms appeared. AI system that analyze the pattern of disease spread can help predict the emergency of outbreaks, potentially leading to the faster interventions. The next one is we can talk about variables and continuous monitoring. So AI is integrated into wearable devices and remote monitoring tools, which can continuously collect the data on a patient's health, such as heart rate, glucose levels, activity, and sleep patterns. This constant stream of real-time data helps to identify anomalies. Like AI algorithm can detect early detection from normal patterns, example, irregular heartbeats or blood sugar spikes, and trigger the alerts for future testing. Next is preventive measures. So AI can offer a personalized health advice or intervention strategies based on the ongoing data collection, reducing the risk of developing a chronic conditions or complications. Next one about predictive modeling for a disease progression. AI can create a model that simulate how disease progress over a time, allowing clinicals to predict outcome and intervene earlier. For example, diabetic management, AI can predict when a person with pre-diabetic is likely to develop a full-blown diabetics, allowing for early preventive measures, example, lifestyle changes, medications. And also cancer prognosis. AI models can predict the likelihood of cancers recurring for progression, which helps in detecting early signs. Next is AI in virtual health assistants. So again, about this point also, my other colleagues little bit they covered. Uh, AI-driven virtual assistant, or also I can call it as a telemedicine, can provide a continuous monitoring and real-time health assessments. These assistant can track symptoms, analyze the health data, and even remind the patient to seek a medical care when certain red flags are detected. This helps the patient with chronic conditions or those at a high risk to manage their uh, health better. Some of the key advantages of AI in early decision, speedy and accuracy. Okay, AI can analyze vast amount of data, example, medical images, patient records, much faster than humans, providing a quicker diagnosis and reducing the likelihood of human errors. Next one is about the cost effectiveness. AI tool can help reduce the healthcare cost by detecting diseases early when they are often cheaper and treat to less likely to require emergency care. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think it would be really great for every one of us if AI can detect any disease early. As we say, prevention is better than cure, so that would be really great. Uh, Along with this, I would like to ask you, do you think that with AI integration in healthcare, especially for the diagnostics, do you think that the cost will reduce?
Yes, thank you for again asking such an interesting question. Yes, definitely, it's going to be the radio cost will be reduced. I will give you some examples how this cost by using AI in the healthcare, how it is going to be minimized. Okay, early detection and prevention. AI algorithm can analyze large data sets by using a 3 to 5 years of historical healthcare data. AI can identify the high risk members for certain diseases, and also it assign the score in the scale of 1 to 10, allowing for proactive intervention and preventive measures, potentially catching the issues before they become a severe. And reduce false positive or enhanced diagnosis accuracy. AI algorithm can analyze the medical images like X-ray, MRI, CT scans with high precision, detecting abnormalities that missed by human eyes, leading to earlier diagnosis and treatment of diseases. By improving the diagnostic accuracy, AI can minimize the unnecessary follow-ups procedures, saving both patient as well as the healthcare provider system cost. Next is personalized treatment plans. AI can analyze the patient comprehensive medical history to create a treatment plans, optimize the treatment options, and reduce the unnecessary medical. Personalized treatment plans. AI can analyze the patient comprehensive medical history to create a treatment plans, optimize the treatment options, and reduce the unnecessary medications. And about optimized resource allocations, here can predict the patient admission rates, allowing the healthcare providers to allocate a resource like bed staffs more effectively, directing the treatment where it is most needed actually. And remote patient monitoring, already I discussed about in previous question. This is about, again, this is another important feature been effectively used during the pandemic and the post-pandemic. AI-powered devices can monitor the patient's health metrics or condition remotely, allowing for early detection of potential complications and reducing the unnecessary hospital visits. And examples of AI-driven diagnostic application, I said cancer detection, AI algorithm analyzing the mammogram, CT scans, MRIs to identify suspicious lesion with higher accuracy than human radiologist. Next one is cardiac detection. Here, AI analyzing the ECG to identify the irregular heartbeats. So earlier, before AI, all these tests can be determined by the humans. But now we are moving from human to the AI. In this way, we save the healthcare cost.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to ask to Leela Prasad, sir. Sir, can you help us understand if with AI with AI, can we work on personalized treatment plans for patients?
Yes, thank you all. Yes, so in the past, like our co-panel members have touched this topic, and now I'm thankful that I got opportunity to talk about this. Yes, so AI plays a significant role in personalizing treatment plans for patients by leveraging data and advanced algorithms to tailor medical care for individual needs. And like the example that Jerry has provided is interesting, like where Amitabh Bachchan, who is over 6 feet tall, and the same medication plan can't be used for everyone. So here are several key ways how AI contributes to this personalization. The first one is data integration and analysis. AI systems can aggregate, analyze vast amounts of data from diverse sources, including electronic health records, genetic information, biological literature, and even patient reported outcomes. By synthesizing this information, AI can identify patterns and correlations that inform personalized treatment decisions. Predictive analysis. Machine learning algorithms can predict how patients are likely to respond to various treatments based on their unique characteristics, such as genetic makeup, medical history, and lifestyle factors. For example, AI can forecast which cancer therapies might be most effective for a particular patient by analyzing historical outcomes from similar patients. The next one would be genomic data utilization. Advances in genomics have made it possible to obtain detailed genetic profiles of patients. AI can analyze this genomic data by identifying biomarkers linked to specific diseases or treatment responses. This is particularly useful in oncology, where targeted therapies could be designed based on patients' genetic alterations. The next important point here is tailored treatment recommendations. AI can assist healthcare professionals. Like in the past, like many of our colleagues, like Sudhir and few others, have also said that AI is not going to replace a human, provider or healthcare professional. It's about complementing them. So this point talks about it. AI can assist healthcare professionals in generating personalized treatment plan recommendations by considering various patient specific factors such as age, coexisting medical conditions, preferences. AI can suggest the most appropriate medications, dosages, and treatment modalities which are not, or which could not be identified uh, in a normal approach. The next point would be risk stratification. AI can help in stratifying patients based on their risk of developing certain conditions or experiencing adverse treatment effects. By, by identifying high risk patients and tailoring interventions accordingly, healthcare providers can implement preventive measures or aggressive treatment plans, ultimately enhancing patient outcomes. The next one would be real-time monitoring and adapting. So AI-powered wearable devices like smart devices and few others which came into the market, and remote monitoring technologies enables continuous data collection on patients' health metrics. This real time data allows healthcare providers to routinely assess treatment efficacy and make timely adjustments to treatment plans on necessity. The next one would be clinical decision support tools. AI-driven clinical decision support systems can help clinicians with evidence-based insights and recommendations tailored to individual patient scenarios. These tools could synthesize the latest clinical guidelines and research findings, ensuring that treatment plans are both personalized and aligned with best practice, along with best practices. Another important one is uh, outcome prediction. AI can also predict patient outcomes based on their treatment plans by analyzing treatment response data from similar cases. AI can help healthcare providers set realistic expectations and make more informed decisions regarding the feasibility and desirability of specific treatments. And the last and important one that I would like to talk is patient engagement. Personalized treatment plans often involve more than just medical interventions, they also require patient engagement. AI can enhance patient participation through personalized educational resources, tailored health recommendations, and reminders for medical adherence, empowering patients to take an active role in their treatment journey. Through these avenues, AI serves as a powerful tool in personalizing treatment plans, aiming to enhance efficacy, improve patient satisfaction, and ultimately lead better health outcome. By leveraging advanced data analysis and predictive capabilities, AI helps ensure that treatments are effective but also align closely with individual needs and preferences of each patient. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was quite knowledgeable and full of new things for me, at least. Along with this, lastly, I like to ask you, in a line or two, could you explain us what role does natural language processing play in healthcare?
Yes, natural language processing plays a significant role in healthcare diagnostics by enabling the extraction and analysis of information from unstructured medical data such as clinical notes, research articles, and patient records. Here are some key areas where NLP is impactful. Clinical documentation. NLP tools can improve efficiency of clinical documentation by automatically transcripting and coding patient interactions, thus reducing administrative burden on healthcare professionals. The next one is patient record analysis. By analyzing electronic health records, EHRs, in USA, NLP algorithms can identify patterns and correlations that may not be easily visible, assisting in diagnostics and treatment decisions. The next one is symptom and risk assessment. NLP can be used to analyze patient reported symptoms from surveys or chat logs, helping to pinpoint potential health issues and risk factors. The next one would be clinical decision support. NLP can help in supporting decision making by providing evidence based recommendations based on the aggregation of relevant literature and existing treatment guidelines. The last before one I would like to say is the research and literature mining. NLP can sift through vast amounts of medical literature to identify new research findings, clinical trials, and relevant studies to support healthcare professionals in their diagnostic profiles. So, to my point, this is an important aspect when we compare with any person, because it is not impossible, or it is impossible for a person to sift through numerous documentation and go out of their experience and enhance their skill set while providing the treatment. The last one I would like to say is predictive analytics. By processing and analyzing past patient data, NLP can help in predicting outcomes and suggesting preventive measures, thus improving overall patient care. Or in the closing statement, I could say NLP enhances the efficiency of healthcare diagnostics, provides deeper insights into patients' health, and supports medical professionals in delivering better healthcare. Any questions?
No, sir, that was absolutely fine. For now, we move to Lohit, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
thank
yeah. So, due to AI, healthcare has evolved a lot. What is your view on what would be in the next 5 years? What role would AI play, and how will AI help evolve the
Yeah.
healthcare industry in next 5 years?
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Riyaji. So, artificial intelligence is changing the way the doctors diagnose and treat the patients. So, right now, it's already helping the doctors to find the diseases faster and more accurately. But where will this technology go in the next 5 or 10 years? So, a few of let me break down in simple terms. So, first is the faster results. In future, the AI will be even quicker to analyze the tests like blood samples, X-rays, MRIs. Instead of waiting days of results, doctors might get them in a minutes, allowing for a faster treatment decisions, more personalized care. AI will make healthcare more personal. It will look at the patient's unique data, like their medical history and genetics, to suggest treatments and that are just for them. For example, instead of giving everyone the same medicines, AI could pick the best option for each individual, helping in remote areas. This has already been discussed, but AI tools could be used in places where doctors are not easily available. Imagine a small clinic in a village with an AI system that helps the diagnose illness. This could bring quality healthcare to the people in remote areas. Everyday health monitoring, for example, like every day we are using the smartwatches like Apple Watch or the Samsung watches. So AI will work with the wearable devices like fitness trackers and smartwatches. These devices can track our heart rate, blood pressure, and sleep patterns. AI could alert our doctor if something seems wrong, like detecting early signs of a heart problem or anything, and they can take the precautions and they can give the medications immediately. Better and fairer AI. Right now, AI isn't perfect. Sometimes it makes mistakes or doesn't work well for everyone. Over the next few years, AI system will improve by learning from more diverse data, making them fairer and more accurate for all patients. In simple terms, AI in diagnostics is like having a super smart help for doctors. It can save time, reduce the errors, and bring healthcare to more people. Over the next 5 to 10 years, we will see faster diagnosis, more personalized treatments, and better access to care for everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I believe definitely there's going to be a lot more in healthcare, especially when it is about AI. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Now I would like to move to Srinivas, sir. Sir, when we talk about AI, can you help me understand if AI influences drug discovery as well? We talked about patients, we talked about the workforce in healthcare, but uh, can you throw some light on AI, how it influences the drug discovery? Sir, you are on mute.
Sorry, I'm. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, it's very good question. I would like to talk about there are numerous in this process basically, but we would like to call out only the key things which we can talk it like a limit to that conversation. So coming to this a transformation, drug discovery and personalized medicine is the process which makes faster and more accurate, and which gives us as a final answer with cost effective. So in terms of like uh, drug discovery and personalization, these are the key things, more important things. Accelerating drug discovery process, which involves target identification, compound screening, and drug repurposing. So the target identification is nothing but a algorithm analyze vast biological data in terms of genomes, proteomics, identifying targets. So on pathways associated with the disease more efficiently. Okay. Then coming to compound screening, A can rapidly screen billions of molecules to find those that may be effective against a target. So machine learning models are predict which compounds are most likely to bind a specific target. So on this space, and coming to the drug repurposing is nothing but like it's saving a cost indirectly. Basically, it AI driven identifies basically if a drug is already existed with that AI intelligence, see that if that drug can be utilized into that repurpose into for some other disease, which can like work for that accurately. So which identifies in this case, right? So it saves the time to find out a new drug for any disease. Maybe the drug is already existed, which may utilize for another diseases by analyzing the AI. So that really like helps a lot, like in terms of saving cost and uh, cut down the cost for providing a medicine. So then the second more important point is improving clinical trials and reducing cost, which plays a very vital role. The AI basically in terms of patient selection, monitoring and compliance, predictive modeling for outcomes. What it means is patient selection, because we do a when new drug is wants to introduce, we do a clinical trials on the specific humans, maybe the specific patients, right? So the AI helps to identify that right patient, which is a right fit for that trialing this medicine on that, so that you get accurate results instead of like going a various people, numerous people, right? You can limit that and apply that trials and get an accuracy results to justify and identify the outcomes of it. So in that way, it saves that time as well as the more cost as well. So in addition to that, AI brings that monitoring and compliance, right? AI-based tools can monitor real time, which can track the data, variables, medical records, and patient records, everything. So then the third point is like enhancing personalized medicine development. So that means we are like called it in terms of personalization is nothing but which involves genomics, biomarker discovery, tailoring treatments for an individuals, optimizing processes because it's patient to patient, human to human, which varies their conditions, their personal health conditions are different from person to person. All those consideration which takes care of it, like which involves. So that gives like a is a crucial in that space, like considering all those things. And the last point I would like to talk about is predicting drug interactions and side effects. So that means simulating a drug behavior, analyzing the real world evidence. So coming to that simulating drug behavior, a model simulate how drugs interact with the body and how the body process drugs. This can reveal potential effects and interactions with other medications. So reducing adverse reactions. So and the other point, which is comes to like a RW, so analyzing real world evidence. I can analyze the patient's data from electronic health records, variables, and other sources to identify side effects and interactions after a drug has been approved. The real world data helps refine treatment protocols and doses recommendations for different patient populations. So as I said, if we talk about like there are numerous things in this space. So, but I'm limiting like more key factors over here. That being said, thank you. Any questions? I think
Thank
I would
you.
like to.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy.
Yes, I definitely have another question for you. You talked about drug discovery. Can you throw some light on healthcare disparities when it comes to AI?
Yep, definitely. This is another area when AI brings into the like life system, right? There are some disparities. So everyone has to be understand, accountable in this space, basically. So I would like to talk about only that very key things here limiting to that, so that it's going to be very crisp and clear in terms of understanding. So the first point is like increasing access to diagnostic services in unserved areas. I think in one of the discussion, like one of our colleagues has touched base on this, like in remote areas, how we can improve that efficiency of the treatment, accelerating of our treatment. So because if you go any remote areas, like where that services in terms of doctors and nurses may be less, but the population is more like using these tools like telemedicine, mobile diagnostic can serve for a large uh, range of people with minimal human support. I mean, so using these tools. And the other one is portable AI powered devices. This by using these devices, it can detect few diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, and diabetes. Use these tools to powerful portable devices and to identify and get treated in a time within time. So the other aspect is reducing diagnostic costs by applying this right. So automated image analysis in terms of coming to that reducing cost. So by using the tools like automatic automated image analysis, so then which automatically scans that helps to do that X-rays, MRIs, can reduce the costs for a patient. So which can be affordably, patients can afford that even for a like a very what you say that low poverty people. So, and coming to the second is efficiency gains in a routine diagnostic. By automating routine tasks such as blood tests and genetic screening, A can lower costs even more and make these services available to more people easily. So then the third important point is addressing bias and improving accuracy of diverse population. So with this training AI on diverse data sets can help giving a accuracy of the treatment. It can generate like a historical biases in healthcare diagnostics by being trained on more inclusive data sets that reflect diverse population across race, ethnicity, age, and gender. So, and the fourth and last important point we'd like to talk about is improving early detection and preventive care, which is a more important, saves a cost. It's not only cost, it's a lives, people lives by detecting early if any disease which can prevent you their diseases and saves a life at end. End is saving a life, human lives over here, right? The predictive analytics for high risk populations, A can identify patients at risk for certain conditions based on social determinants of health, such as economic status, geographic location, family history, etc. For right, and the second on this point, right, automatic screening for a common and chronic diseases. By automating these all like routine screenings and common things, right, which will be able to get an feedback, a regular feedback, see that how the condition of the patient. So based on that, we can treat on timely basis, like in terms of diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. And AI also can help detect health issues earlier, especially for patients who might otherwise delay seeking care due to a cost or logistical challenges. So that's been said. There are numerous things in the space as well to talk about. It's like infinite, I would say that, but I would like to call out like limiting this, and I'm happy to address if there are any more questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was quite insightful, and you touched base all the points which were necessary. Thank you. With this, I would like to conclude today's confluence. Um Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us and shedding light on the topic of AI ML in healthcare. There was a lot of knowledge, and I'm sure that this is going to help the future leaders to inculcate the information in the life and to move ahead. Pre I really thank you all for joining Premier Technology and Innovation Confluence 2024, organized by TBF, the Business Way magazine, supported by Scribely, uh, associate partner Metapreneur, IT service partner Improtech Vision, and PR partner Business Standards. With this, I would like to thank Ajay for giving me this opportunity to host the conference. I'm Ria, the founder of Scribely, writer and trainer. And with this, I would like to make an announcement, which is Ajay and I together, we are supporting uh, people like you in the market to come up with your own book and to launch your book in the market. The book is not written by any AI tool. It is absolutely human written book, and uh, we can help you with everything, every small minute detail of the book. We are in tie-up with few publication houses as well, and I'm sure that this will definitely benefit you all. With this, I would like to conclude, and I would say I wish you luck, success, and God bless you all. Thank you so much, and more power to you all.
Yeah, thanks, Priyan. Thanks, Ajay,
Thank you,
for
Ajay and
giving.
yeah. So thank you. It's been very great
Thank you,
discussion.
business
Opportunity.
team and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing us the opportunity,
Yeah,
the whole
same here.
business fame team.
Thank you, Ria and Ajay, for creating such a awesome facility to discuss about the healthcare. Thank you once again.
Yep.